So picture this. What if there's this company out there, right? And they're about to totally flip the script on how games get made.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. It seems like every other day there's some new tech shaking up the gaming world.
Exactly. And this time it's all about UGC, user-generated content.
Right. Like players making stuff for other players.
Yeah. And it's not just like little tweaks here and there. We're talking full-on game changers.
Okay, now you've got my attention.
So the company we're diving into today is called Y0LABS. And let me tell you, these guys might be onto something huge E.
Huge, like how?
A16Zs, the tech investment giants.
Oh, wow. Okay, now those guys don't mess around.
Not at all. They just announced the latest cohort for their Speedrun accelerator program. It's super exclusive.
Y0LABS.
Bingo.
Ooh, earn secrets. Now that's how you pique my interest.
Right. And we're not just talking praise here. a16z is dropping a cool $750,000 investment into each company they chose for Speedrun.
Okay, so they're putting their money where their mouth is. That definitely says something.
For sure. So from the excerpts I pulled, it seems like Y0LABS is this really intriguing mix of transmedia studio and software developer.
Okay, transmedia, gotta love startup lingo. Break that down for me.
Basically, it means they're not just making games, they're creating entire worlds that go beyond the screen, think comics, videos, maybe even physical merch, all connected to the same story.
Oh, so like those big movie franchises, like a Marvel or Star Wars. But in the gaming world,
Got it.
and the software development side of things, that's all about giving other creators the tools to build similar experiences.
Exactly. And get this, they're focusing on empowering small creators, giving them the tools to make professional quality UGC.
Wow, so they're kind of like leveling the playing field. That's cool.
Right. And they're not talking about just any platforms. They specifically mentioned Fortnite and Roblox.
Smart move. Those are two of the biggest names in the game.
Exactly. I mean, we're talking millions upon millions of players on each of those platforms. The potential reach is insane.
No kidding. And this all ties back to their whole mission of democratizing content production, right? Like anyone can have a shot at making something awesome.
Right. It's not just about the big studios anymore.
I like it. I like it a lot. But how are they actually going to pull this off? What's their secret sauce? So they've got this platform, right, called Branch.
Branch, yeah. Their AI-powered project management platform. It's like front and center in their pitch deck.
Exactly. This is where things get really interesting, and this is where we start to see those earned secrets A16z was talking about, because Branch, it's not just your average project management tool. You know what I mean?
Okay, so not just another to-do list for game devs. Got it.
Right. It's made specifically for UGC creation, and it tackles a ton of the stuff that's been holding creators back,
Like what kind of stuff? Give me an example.
Okay, so say you're this creator, right? And you've got this killer idea for a new Fortnite game mode. You've got some sweet 3D models, some music, maybe you've even got a basic script. But to actually get that thing playable...
That's a whole other beast.
Totally. You got to make it work with the game engine, make sure it's cool with all the different platforms.
And then there's the whole hoping Fortnite actually approves it thing.
Exactly. And that's just the tech side. Then you got to wrangle the creative stuff too. Storylines, characters, all the gameplay stuff. It can be a lot, especially if you're a solo creator or even just a small team.
Okay, so back to Branch. How does it help with all that?
Think of it like your ultimate creative toolbox, but with an AI assistant built right in. So first off, it helps you set everything up, your whole project. Like you can import your assets, doesn't matter what software you used. Branch will just format it all for different gaming platforms automatically.
No more spending hours trying to figure out why your game crashes on Xbox, but works fine on my PC.
Hopefully not, no. And get this, remember how Y0LABS is all about that transmedia thing? Branch actually has tools for expanding your project beyond just the game itself.
Wait, really?
Yeah. You can start building out stuff for comics, animations, even merch, all within the same platform.
So it's like having your own mini studio right there in the platform.
Exactly.
Okay, that's wild. But what about the AI stuff? What does that actually do?
Okay, so let's say you're working on the story for your Fortnite game mode, right? And you're kind of stuck on a dialogue sequence. You can feed what you have into Branch, and the AI can actually suggest different storylines, branching paths based on player choices.
Whoa, hold on. So it's like having a co-writer, but it's an AI that can analyze, thousands of different scenarios or something, and help you make the whole experience more dynamic.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just one example. The AI can also look at your game mechanics, see if there are any bottlenecks or balance issues, even suggest optimizations based on what's worked for other successful UGC projects. It's like having a team of experienced game devs just whispering tips over your shoulder.
This is starting to sound seriously impressive.
Yeah.
But how do we know it's not just hype?
That's where the proof of demand comes in. Remember, those successful projects Y0LABS already has. World of Montezuma on Fortnite and Hack Patch Delete on Roblox, those didn't just appear out of thin air.
So they basically use Branch to build their own hit games first. That's a pretty good sign.
Right. It's not just some theoretical tool. They've actually used it to build stuff people love. But here's the thing that really gets me excited, right? Imagine what happens when they give those same tools, the ones that built a multi-million-dollar game, to thousands of other creators.
It's like the possibilities are kind of endless, right? Suddenly you don't need a massive studio and millions of dollars to create the next big thing.
Exactly. It could be some kid in their bedroom with a killer idea and a copy of Branch.
We're already kind of seeing that happen, though, right? Like, look at recent indie game success story here.
Totally. And with tools like Branch becoming more accessible, who knows what kind of crazy, awesome games we'll be playing in a few years.
It's just like the Wild West of gaming all over again.
Yeah.
But this time, everyone has the tools to build their own saloon.
I love that analogy. But it's true, though. And it all comes back to Y0LABS' whole vision, right? They're not just building software here. They're building a whole movement.
Yeah, it's about giving power to creators, to storytellers, to anyone with a good idea, basically.
And not just in gaming, either. Remember that whole transmedia thing? This could blow up way beyond games.
Oh, for sure. Imagine, like, a kid makes this awesome game in Roblox, and then it sparks this whole franchise, comics, animated shows, maybe even a movie deal. Who knows?
We're talking about a whole new era of storytelling, of content creation. It's exciting.
It really is. So, to everyone listening, here's what I want you to think about. What would you create if you had the tools? What stories are you just dying to tell? Because the future of gaming, maybe even entertainment as a whole, is waiting to be built. And with companies like Y0LABS leading the charge, the only limit is our own imaginations.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive into Y0LABS and the future of UGC. Thanks for exploring with us.